The article comes from TechWireAsia.com. Joe Devanesan is the guy behind this. 3 competitive advantages of conversational AI for business in 2021. Looking specifically, which is interesting, at call centres. We looked at hospitality in the past and banking and the restaurant business and education and all sorts of other things. But this is specifically about call centres. And you know what? It's often worth looking at different use cases, even though they're not exactly a crossover with perhaps where you are working, to see where you can steal some ideas, replicate those or adapt those for different use cases that you personally may be involved with. And the article goes on to say that a global Unifor survey found that over 42% of people had reached out to a contact centre to resolve COVID-19 related issues. So things to do with travel, vacations, with bookings, certainly to do with finances, jobs, insurance, health as well, employment, banking, loans, mortgages, all sorts of things. But many of those contact centres, many of those call centres couldn't actually work with the influx of calls. And I guess that's for 2 reasons. First of all, because the sudden surge in calls, which was entirely unexpected, just suddenly coming for a long time as well, and almost happening overnight, at the same time as their own staff were not in the building. So they had to sort out the back-end infrastructure as well as getting more and more people trying to force their way through the doors, as it were. So 42% of respondents had reached out to a contact centre. More than 43% of them couldn't speak with someone, a real human being, after actually calling into that helpline. 40% of respondents also noted they didn't get helpful information when they actually did get through. So 42% had called, 43% of them couldn't speak to someone, and of those 43%, that's how I'm reading it, 40% didn't actually get the information they wanted to at the end of the day. So, why am I telling you this? Obviously, if you're using AI, the conversational part of AI, the data analysis, being able to interrogate the information that it knows about you already, you've got your NLP, you've got your workflow automation all set up, then inevitably, almost, one would hope, had it been set up in the correct way, that should improve customer feedback, correct results, productivity. And in fact, one company said it had improved all of the above, had improved the productivity of more than 1,000 of its agents with an 80% reduction in after-call work and a 20% reduction in average handling time, channeling how conversational AI can help manage routine but essential tasks and supply measurable business values as well. Yeah, it's all measurable, and that really is going to be a smart outcome, isn't it? I'm Peter Stewart, the host of Get a Better Broadcast podcast and video voice as well, Human Voice and Voice Tech, 2 daily podcasts courtesy of me. From London, I'm Peter Stewart.
Part of the Briefcast.fm network.